Hey everybody, it's Katie Waffles here. So, been thinking, um, I think I'm gonna start a video blog, or a video log, or a video diary, whatever you want to call it. I think once a week I'm just gonna put out a video about me talking about life and kind of what's going on. Although after after this week, I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot to talk about besides school. So we'll just catch you up on the last like 8 months of my life or whatever since I've kind of dropped off the face of the earth. So obviously, I got a job working for a kind of regional bank. It's not kind of, it is a regional bank. That job went great until I decided to change shifts. I went from day shift to an evening shift where I worked from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. That kind of ruined things for me. But basically, I did that, and then some jackass at work just stopped coming in for about 8 months. So, lawn work, yard work, that's annoying. Anyways, so he gets. We're just gonna tell the story. I'm sorry if it's long drawn out, but you know that's what video logs are, right? Rambling. Anyways, so the job was great. Aside from working kind of shitty hours, the job was actually okay. It didn't pay great, but you know it's a job. Brings home the bacon. So about December-ish, this guy gets called back into my boss's office, and he basically gets chastised for being a shitbag and not really doing his job. And then I guess he got some attitude, so they sent him home. They were just like, all right, well, we don't want to deal with you, so you can go home. So he goes home. And then mysteriously, he just calls off work for like a month. He's like, oh, I hurt my back or whatever. And he just doesn't come in. I don't know if he was using his time off or what, but didn't come in. After that, he had his surgery scheduled, which was another, like, he had surgery scheduled a month after that incident. So he was already, like, scheduled to have, like, 2 or 3 weeks off. Well, surgery happened, and he just didn't come back. This was arthroscopic knee surgery, designed to be the least invasive as possible. I know it's still surgery, and it's still fucked up, and it hurts, and you gotta recover, all that, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But pretty sure you don't need 3 months off for arthroscopic. I actually know somebody that just had her uterus removed, and she's coming back to work in 4 weeks. She had an organ removed, cutting through tissues and stuff, and removing an organ. She's going back in 4 weeks. I know that doesn't involve walking, like the knee involves walking, but anyways. So he just doesn't come back for 3 months. And then he finally does come back for 1 month. And then he leaves again. Comes back a little while later for like 2 weeks, and then decides to leave yet again. And that was a couple months ago. He was there for 2 weeks, and then he left again, and that was it. So still hasn't been back. Still has a job. He is still on the schedule at work. So anyways, during this entire time, like, I realized my mistake pretty soon after I chose this shift. I'm like, this evening shift is not working for me. I gotta get off of it. So I asked my supervisor, I'm like, hey, look, like, I know I chose this shift. I get it. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with facing the decisions that I made. I'm an adult. But if possible, I would like to change shifts as soon as fucking possible, you know? And He was like, okay, well, there's not a whole lot we can do right now, obviously, because everybody has a shift. Well, then this jackass leaves, and I'm like, oh, hey, can I have a shift while he's gone, at least out on surgery? I mean, we already had him pegged that he probably wasn't coming back. So him leaving and not coming back was not really a surprise. I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure we know he's not coming back. And I believe the laws for FMLA, which for those of you who aren't aware, Family Medical Leave Act, covers you for X amount of days in the event of surgery or death of a family member or any kind of emergency where you need to take an extended amount of time off from work. I was like, I'm pretty sure the laws only say that you just have to hold him a job, not his shift. Like, I think holding his shift is being super nice, which normally would be cool, except the guy was a complete jackass. Everybody knew it. Nobody liked him. My boss knew it. Nobody liked him. So them going out of their way to save his shift was just kind of like, whatever. Like, this is the guy that just basically said, fuck you, I'm leaving and not coming back for like 5 months. So I asked him, I was like, okay, he's not coming back. Can I have his shift? And he's like, well, I'll see what I can do. So he talks to my boss, and nothing really comes of it. And I'm like, okay. Look, once again, I chose this shift. That's fine. I will deal with it. Well, the longer this guy didn't come to work, the more pissed off I got that I wasn't allowed to take his shift, which was a day shift, which would have been so much better for me. I'm a solar-powered individual. I like to see light. I like to see the sun. I don't like to work after sundown and then come home past midnight. That sucks for me. On top of that, my Wednesday shift, I had to come in at 9 a.m. So the entire week, I'm staying up past 1 a.m. and going to bed at like 2 or 3, except for that one day of the week. I'm expected to just magically go to bed early and get up early and go to work. On average, I would sleep like 2 hours a night because I couldn't go to bed early and I couldn't fall asleep. Every time I'd try to go to bed early, I would just stay awake for like 5 hours. So, coffee. So the months go by, and I finally reach a point where I'm just like, I can't do this anymore. So I go and I talk to my boss, thinking she's a reasonable woman. I can talk to her. So I go into her office and I tell her, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I am dying on this shift. My homework is suffering, my mental health is suffering, my social life is suffering, my family life is suffering. Like, everything is suffering as a result of this piece of shit shift. And she's receptive, and she's like, oh, yeah, well, sure, I will see what I can do. In the meantime, you can come in late on Wednesdays. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a cool compromise. You can't do anything right away. I get that. You gotta make adjustments and everything. So I'm like, okay, cool. She's gonna do something about it. So I got, like, at most, like, a month left on this shift. I can do this. Mind you, like, this is, like, the same day that I just found out that a friend of mine had been run over by a city bus and killed. So that's the state of mind that I was in when I went to talk to her. I was crying. It was pretty sad. Well, time goes by and nothing happens. And I was just like, okay, well, at my job, things go by seniority. You choose your shift based on seniority. The people with lower seniority basically get whatever shift is left. Well, she sent out another shift bid, so, since I wanted to change shifts, it meant everybody else had the option to change shifts too. I was the only one, well, me and one other person were the only two people that wanted to move. Both our shifts that we wanted were open. Not a problem. There was no conflict at all. Everybody was happy. Most of the people that are already there, like, they like their shift. So they wanted to stay on their shift. So that comes out, and my boss walks into the break room one day when I'm in there, and she's like, "Oh, hey, the shift is going to change on the 18th." And I'm like, "Cool." Like, she just told me. I was the only one in there, so she was clearly talking to me. I was like, "All right, that's great. 18th. I am super fucking excited." Well, the 18th rolls around, and the other guy changes his shift, and I stay on mine. I'm like, "Huh. Pretty sure I came to you with an issue, and you said you were gonna take care of it." Yeah, so that didn't happen. So I get on the little instant messaging thing at work, and I'm like, "WTF? Why?" And she's like, "Oh, you're just gonna have to wait until the 25th." And I'm like, "Okay." It's kind of stupid, considering you already gave me a date, but whatever. I'm gonna trust you because you're an adult, and I like to give people the benefit of the doubt and pretend that they're actually decent people. 25th comes. Guess who's still on her schedule? At that point, I was just like, "All right, bitch, gloves are coming off. What the fuck is going on?" So I send her actually a very decent email, considering how pissed off I was. And I was just like, "Hey, you gave me 2 dates now. I came to you with some issues. Jackass over there has already changed his shift. What the fuck?" And she's like, "Oh, those dates were estimates. You're just gonna have to wait." And I'm like, "Wait for what, bitch?" And like, at this point, I was just like, "All right, I can't wait anymore. 2 weeks, I'm out." So I just quit. I had to. It was stupid. It was absolutely stupid. And everybody there knows. Everybody there knows. All the higher ups. Everybody knows that she's really shitty at her job. She's having an affair too. She just basically hasn't been there. She'll come in, leave halfway through the day, take Monday and Friday off. Like, she's just not there at all anymore. So it sucks. I got screwed. If I had actually been moved to the day shift like 5 months ago, I'd be okay. I'd still have a job. I probably still wouldn't be able to stream much, but whatever. So that's how I got here. Now I'm unemployed, focusing on school for the time being. I'm gonna get schoolwork done. I only have a month left, so I'm gonna buckle down, take care of that. I'm gonna do YouTube and Twitch again, which is something that I've wanted to do, but just haven't had the energy or the time. So I'm actually really excited to be able to do this again. So that, good things have come of this. The circumstances suck, but I'm trying to be positive, and it's cool. It all works out in the end. I just hope I don't have any medical emergency, or my car doesn't break, or my cat doesn't go to the hospital like he always fucking does whenever I have no money. So that's my life right now. I think I'll go into why I needed to quit so badly in another video, considering that this one is already like 10 minutes long, or 10 minutes plus. But anyways, you guys are going to be seeing more of me, so awesome. I'm going to be putting out videos like this one. I'm going to do like opinion pieces. I'm going to do gameplay, and I'm going to stream, and I'm going to return. Well, I already am returned. I have returned. I are wording good. I think I'm gonna end this video now. So I look forward to seeing everybody. I love you all, and I will talk to you later.